Good evening. Hello, everybody. Hello, Kira. Are you excited, Kira?
Patootie, patati, patati, patootie.
Hello, Naomi. How are you? Thank you for a little patootie. We all love a little patootie around here. As I said a moment, I was like, is the video stream alright? Is there sync issues? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Kira's so happy. Kira's so happy, I think. Oh, it's taken me a long time to be in this position. It seems to be working. We're gonna do Discworld Noir. Oh. I thought I'd give it a go. I mean, it was almost Nancy Drew. But I thought, no, let's give Noir a go. Come on, there's things, and I think it's working. And it's not like I didn't go out and buy the original game on the eBays. So, let's see. We want to go this button. We want to turn that down for a minute. You are not capturing. Live streaming USB device. Yes. Inputs. Hello, Kathy. How you doing? Just doing some tech. Noir disc. I know. Sorry, Mr. Streamer. Busy getting stabbed. Ooh, good stabbings. Hello, Ray. They're looking pretty. Kira, it's like been some 15 years since you played it. Ooh. Tech, faffing. Yeah, it's a better day. Oh, bless you. Well, hopefully, start to improve it. 4 hours of tattooings. Oof. Kira will try not to backseat. I foresee many noises being made. Right. Why are you not seeing the thing? What if I deleted the thing? What if I added the thing? One of them. That thing. Oh, why is it up there and no size? Why are you being weird? Is it working over here? What if I trashed you from here? Oh no, it's all gone wrong. I checked it earlier. And I thought it was working. Right, hang on, let's just delete all the USB capture cards and let's try adding it again. Right keyboard. Here we go. Wrong mouse. Oh no. You. Resolution. There we go. Hello. A VM? Oh no. Right, let's lock that in place. New tattoo is in the Discord. Okay, Coke. Not a VM. My old PC with Windows XP running directly on it. And like I say, a little bit of and I think we're good at working. Orko's excited, but this does mean the thing is it a retro rig? I don't know. It's a 10-year-old rig. It's the one I started streaming on. It's just it's old enough that they still produce Windows XP drivers. Rig. That's what I've got. Yeah, I mean, Windows XP is definitely retro, but this was a machine built in the Windows 7 days. Which, you know, there's a whole vista between that. Anyway, Orco, yes, is helping. But because this is my old PC and we're using the USB capture card, does mean it's got like some fancy 3D stuff. But it does also mean that I've got to use another keyboard and mouse. Nuisance he is. Absolute nuisance. So I'm going to be confusing which one is which often. Hello Rick, how you doing? Hello DJ and the chat folks. But you know, if you want to play this without right, we're not hearing music, are we? Let me... Oh no, there's a reason we're not hearing music. Right. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Right. Get some music. Let's get some music. That seems like a reasonable... They're not giving us any sound effects. Never mind. Subtitle speed's probably fine. Hopefully subtitles are on now. Oh, Orko's going to be so annoyed. Kira's full of vegan goat cheese and walnut pizza. Alrighty. I'll put the gamma correction up a bit because it's rather dark. Okay. We're going to hit new game. Because if you hit resume game, it crashes. If you hit options, it crashes. But if you press F1, it's fine. So that's how we're going to be saving and loading our games all the time. Pizza, pizza. Right. We've got some stuff to get through at the top of this. Settle down. That I've got to do a bit of reading. I've got to do some reading, Orko. You going to sit down? Are you going to sit and be nice? I've got to do some reading. And I'm going to have to look up there on the telly. I could use... I don't know. I'll probably be flipping between OBS and the tally. Let's do the tally for now. Everyone on the disc knows the legend of Eleanor of Sort, or at least everyone knows a legend of Eleanor of Sort, or Crinix, or Alharib. Ask most people and they'll tell you that she was the cause of the Sortian Wars. Of course, ask most people and they'll tell you the patrician is a kind and benevolent man. Never trust what most people tell you. The real cause of the Sortian Wars was a little-known goddess called Errata. It was at the wedding of Peloria and Theta, or Pyramus and Frisbee, or Orpheus and Euripus. It depends who you talk to, really. Suffice it to say that being the goddess of misunderstanding, she wasn't especially popular and didn't take much to prevent her from being invited to weddings. And so she took cunning plan, and stuff happened. This is going a little bit fast. DJ's reading off the tally. I hope you're keeping up. Errata, goddess of wisdom stuff. There was something with a sword. I'm lost. I read it earlier. I think I managed to read it and catch up earlier, reading and speaking it. It's gone. Anyway, the Sorties Falcon. That we're doing the Maltese Falcon, but it's the Sorties Falcon. Okay, yeah. That's what we take from this. It is not deep lore. Some dramatic animations. I know, right?
I've had some bad days since I started work as a private investigator. But I'd never woken up dead before. It all started the week before, on a cold and wet Sectober day in Ankh-Morpork, the oldest and most depraved of all the cities on the Discworld. But hey, you've got to love it. I'd been working as a PI for a little over a month, and business was slow. Hiring an investigator to look into your business requires trust, and the amount of trust in Ankh-Morpork wouldn't fill a cup. And it's a small cup I'm talking about. Sure, people trust that you don't get on the wrong side of the patrician. People trust that you don't walk into the shades alone. People trust that the Assassin's Guild will fulfill their contracts or double your money back. Yeah, people even trust death. Just don't ask them to trust their mothers.
Mr. Luton?
If I'm not, I should fire the guy who painted the door.
So this is what a private investigator looks like. I expected someone more heroic.
Heroism costs extra. What can I do for you, Miss...
Mrs., actually. And the name is Carlotta.
Okay, Mrs. Actually. Carlotta it is. What's a girl like you doing out on a night like this?
I want to hire you, Mr. Luton.
Please, call me Luton. Mr. sounds so formal.
How much do you charge for a simple investigation?
I don't know. I've never had a simple investigation. A tricky one is 20 a day.
I'll give you 200 in advance, plus expenses.
For 200, I guess I should treat you with some respect.
Oh, I wouldn't ask a guy like you to attempt the impossible.
What's the case?
Basil.
I want you to find a man named Mundy.
Why do you want to find Mundy?
Do you know him?
No. And this case will go a lot faster if you let me ask the questions.
You like to be in control, don't you, Luton?
If you don't pull the strings, then you're the puppet. Tell me about you and Mundy.
I've been a lonely woman, Luton.
You amaze me.
You'd be surprised.
Shocked, maybe, but not surprised.
Mundy is my lover, Luton. Or used to be. He's been away for a while, over in Sort. He came back to Ankh-Morpork a couple of days ago on the Milka. But he didn't come to see me. I think he may be having an affair. You're wondering whether my husband knows about it.
Actually, I was wondering when you were going to give me the money.
My husband passed away several years ago.
I hope the poor guy was smiling at the time. Is there anything you can tell me about Mundy that might help me find him?
He's got blue eyes, brown hair, and a black heart. You'd
my
like
kind of
him.
guy.
Has he got any friends in Ankh-Morpork?
Does anyone?
How tall is he?
I don't know. I don't picture him standing up.
What was Mundy's business in Sort?
I don't know. I never asked about his work, and he never told me.
Must be a very straightforward relationship.
As simple as they come.
Where can I find the ship he came in on?
Down at the wharf.
Have you been there yourself?
I avoid places like that. Women and seamen.
Forget I asked. This is a bad neighborhood for you to come into alone, Carlotta.
I can take care of myself.
I believe you.
Good. Trust is important.
I said I believed you. I never said I trusted you.
Don't you like me, Luton?
I like a lot of things. I like dogs, but I wouldn't trust one not to bite me.
I won't bite.
Shame. I haven't been bitten in a long while. I'd better get started on your case. Where can I contact you?
I'll be in touch. Be seeing you, Luton.
I hoped I would see her again, because she still hadn't paid me. Still, it wasn't every day that a beautiful woman offered me a case. Frankly, it wasn't often that anybody offered me a case. And 200 would certainly help pay the rent, if I had anything left over from my bar bill.
HBO's Discworld. Alright. we have control of the game. We should probably save it. I'm using the wrong mouse. Expect this to happen a lot. We're going to save session 1. Right. Boobs. Oh, yes. We're in 3D gaming territory now. 3D boobs. Hello, Basil. Hello, Art. Welcome in. We've got Discworld Noir working. I have to remember which mouse is the right mouse, because I'm controlling a different computer. But otherwise, how much is too much gamma correction? Is it me? Does his voice sound a little too cheerful kid show narrator for a good for a noir game? Yeah, I really think it's Rob Brydon. Oh, hang on. Yes, voice of Luton, Rob Brydon, and he's doing his advert voice, and trying to make it like a noir PI and kind of failing miserably. Other characters voiced by Robert Llewellyn, Crichton's in this, Nigel Planer, Kate Robbins, and Rob Brydon. Do games still have gamma correction? I don't know. I'm not even sure what gamma correction is. Isn't gamma what made the Hulk the Hulk?
Patootie, patati, patati, patootie.
They had a budget, yeah. They had a bit of a budget. They made a whole new 3D engine. Anyway, I have mouse. I can double click things, I can single click things, or I can right click. I think right click is a look. So for example,
Sapient pearwood comes from a plant so magical that it is totally impervious to all forms of magic, and so valuable that thieves have cut each other's throats to own it. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford a desk made out of it, so I made do with pine. It's a nice desk, though.
Those boobs weren't cheap either. No, they weren't. Made a whole new 3D engine. Kira should know about gamma, being a person who does design things. Perhaps she should look it up and please share with the rest of us. What else have we got in this room then? We've got a filing cabinet. Did I see something? No, I thought I saw like one of those flickers where you've got like a tiny pixel in the middle of another hotspot. Let's talk about Luton's butt. I can't look at my own butt. Oh, if I click on my butt, I get access to my inventory and the notebook. But I think I can get them with F2 and F3. And the notebook tells me things.
The Milka was the tramp schooner that Mundy had come in on, and I knew it was berthed at the wharf.
So we get like little hints about things, which is nice. Right, what else is happening in this place? What's going on with the filing cabinet?
I had purchased a large indexed scroll rack to keep track of all the cases I was going to handle. The Mundy case made it 2.
Right, Luton, now you're in the way of...
All I had to do was track down Mundy and tell Carlotta where he was.
Okay, that's it. That's all we need to do, huh?
I could hardly carry the desk around, even if I wanted to.
There we go. Anything else to look at? Just a door. Oh, and a coffee machine.
I'd purchased the imp-powered coffee bean machine from Cut-Me-Own-Throat Dibbler, the man whose name was the byword for quality. With CMOT Dibbler, you could say bye to quality. I'll say this for the ICBM. It made coffee strong enough to blow your head off. On the downside, the imp tended to use most of the beans to fuel its own addiction. Some days the poor thing was so jittery the coffee machine would vibrate off the shelf. Nothing like a cup of imp-made coffee to make me jittery and paranoid. A lot of strange things had happened to me since becoming a private investigator. But the weirdest was the irrepressible sensation that the most important thing for me to own as a PI was a door with my name painted on the glass.
That's
Some mysteries
exactly
are best left unsolved, I guess. I think we could safely say that the door to my office was just for getting in and out of my office.
Not sure I like his sarcastic tone when you try and do something. Alright, I suppose let's... Here we go. We've got his office. We've got the wharf. I'm guessing other places will open up in time. Let's go to the wharf.
The wharf was on the upmarket side of the river, in the city of Ankh. The Moorpork docks on the other side of the river were not a place wise travelers disembarked at. But then again, wise travelers tried to avoid Ankh-Morpork altogether. But if you traveled a lot, it was hard to miss. Like malaria.
At least he doesn't slowly walk to the thing, look at the thing, then turn to the camera and shrug. Oh god, yes. Right, we've got a ship. We've got an exit there. Oh, I saw something. Bollards. So look at some bollards.
Along the length of the wharf were hundreds of posts for mooring ships to. It seemed like a lot of bollards to me. The Milka was a tramp schooner, one of the many ramshackle ships that plied their trade around the Circle Sea. From the looks of it, it should have sunk years ago. Even the rats thought twice before boarding it.
Ah, there's someone up there. Mr. Scoplet.
The first mate wasn't as hostile as I might have expected, but he wasn't particularly helpful either. Are you the first mate?
Arr! Shiver me timbers! Hoist the main brace!
Let's start again. Are you the first mate?
Aye, that I be.
You're not going to get any money off me, so you can drop the fake accent.
Sorry, you know how it is. Some people are stupid enough to fall for that sort of thing. What can I do for you?
Right, hang on a sec. I want to see if... Oof, ooh... No, actually, this is probably a daft idea. It definitely looks brighter on my television than it does in OBS. Anyway. Let's look at that weird animated chin.
When do you sail?
As soon as we've got her loaded.
How much is passage?
Where are you looking to go?
I don't know. Sort, perhaps.
We've just come from there. It'll be a long time before we get back there again.
Did you bring any passengers?
Sure. We always try to take a couple of passengers. They pay their way, and if there's a big storm, they are very useful as to sacrifice to the angry sea gods. Of course, we tell people they were washed over the side.
So, well, that... There's a weird fast cutting going on. I don't know how much of it is like I'm using a PC at least 10 years faster than when they wrote this game, and how much of it is just like cheap recording.
What were the passengers on the last voyage like?
There were 3 of them. One of them seemed all right, but the other 2, I don't know about them. There was something strange about them.
Toodaloo. Oh, is this our new little sting? We got a new sting that something interesting's happening.
Do you sacrifice passengers often?
No, the captain doesn't like it. He says it's bad for business. I said that we were advertising ourselves as offering an exciting tour of the Circle Sea. but he pointed out that most people would expect the tour to be above the water. If I'd had my way, we'd have thrown some people off the last voyage.
Bad omens?
The whole crew had a bad feeling of dread from the moment we set off.
Looking at the state of the ship, that doesn't come as a surprise.
Okay, nothing else to talk to him about? Well, unless we got our notebook, so maybe we can. Ask him if he knows about Monday.
Was there a man named Mundy on the last voyage?
It's funny you should ask that. You're the second person today to have an interest in Mundy.
Who was the first?
A dwarf. He didn't give his name. I don't think he was from round here, though.
What about Mundy? What was he like?
I don't pry into the passengers' business, but for a man who came on board pretty happy, he seemed pretty unsettled when he left. Not that I blame him. Something was definitely amiss on this last voyage.
Do you know where he is now?
Mundy? No. Like I said, I don't pry into passengers' business.
Unless you actually look through their luggage after they've been washed over the side.
Hey, what are you inferring?
I'm not inferring anything. I'm implying that you might have had a look at their luggage at one point.
If I had, I certainly wouldn't admit it to you.
Which either means you didn't look, or you didn't find anything of interest.
You better watch your steps, son. It's not good to make accusations like that.
Don't worry. Anything we discuss is strictly between you, me, and anyone else I tell.
Toodaloo. What do we got? Ask about the milker.
This is the milker, isn't it?
That's what it says on the prow.
It's impossible to read anything written on that hull.
Just because you can't read it doesn't mean it isn't there. Reality is subjective, after all.
Don't get all existential with me.
It was more ontological than existential.
That's a really bad habit you've got there.
What? Oh, sorry. I picked up a bad case of philosophy in Ephebi a couple of years ago, and I haven't been able to get rid of it since. Just can't seem to shake it off. Normal as anything one minute. Next moment, I'm wondering if anything can truly be said to exist. Bit of a drawback when you're supposed to be navigating.
Okay. Assuming the existence of an objective shared universe, is this the milker?
Yes.
Can I have a look on board?
No.
That better not be some kind of philosophical objection.
No one gets on board without Captain Jenkins' permission.
Where is the captain?
I don't know. But you could try the Cafe Ankh. He usually goes there when he's in Ankh-Morpork. If it exists, of course.
Doo-doo-doo. We got a new location. Why don't we could talk about other people. Oh no.